An individual requires at least 6 to 8 hours of proper sleep throughout the day. Proper sleep helps us in assimilation of memory, it helps in concentration, it helps in proper digestion, it also keeps our and controls our mood, and proper sleep also helps in delaying the aging process, because it's during the sleep that our body rejuvenates every day. Lack of sleep can lead to various problems, which I think all of us are accustomed to. We have faced these problems and we have tried our level best to sleep, but then it's just not happening. So it can lead to problems like it can make us feel cranky, irritated, it can lead us to not being able to concentrate on our studies, and it can also help, it rather doesn't help in memory, so it leads us to forget what we study. And what else does it do? Yes, of course, how can we forget? It leads to really dark circles, which are not that flattering. Today in this video, I am going to tell you a few tips which you can apply, and I have applied them myself because I have myself gone through sleep deprivation and problems related to falling asleep, and these tips actually work. So I have actually researched on this topic, found out these tips for all of you. So let's see. Number one. So it happens quite a lot of times that, while we are just about to sleep, all the worry in the world just comes and goes into our head, and it keeps playing and replaying like the replay button is broken. And we keep tossing and turning by thinking, what am I going to do? How am I going to deal with this? So rather than going on thinking about the same thing, there is one wonderful thing which you can do, is that you can write these worries down. Yes, you can keep a journal, you can keep a diary, as you want to call it, and then what you can do is you can just write down all the worry that you are getting, and you can just write it in a very informal way, as if you're talking to a friend. So your diary is actually like a friend who's not going to judge you, who's not going to give you unnecessary, unasked for advices, which we quite often get, which we don't need. And we just need a ear to, a kind ear to listen to what we want to say. So that really relieves our stress quite a lot, and writing down your thoughts on paper will actually get them off your mind and will help you to fall asleep faster. Another thing which I have read somewhere is that if you write the to-do list for tomorrow while you are sitting on the bed just about to go off to sleep, then that really helps you to fall asleep faster, because otherwise we keep planning, what am I going to do tomorrow, what are the things I need to do tomorrow, and that's how we delay our process of falling asleep. Number 2, practice meditation. I'm sure you have heard about this quite a lot, that yes, meditation helps in relieving stress, it relaxes your mind, it gets your breathing pattern regular, so that really helps in a proper relaxation and proper breathing process of your body. But then meditation just before sleep is actually very, very helpful, because it really calms your mind down. But I would also like to add on to another thing, that if you're unable to practice meditation, or if you don't know what to do, then there is this very, very useful breathing technique. It is called the 4-7-8 breathing technique. This was discovered actually when somebody was actually researching on insomnia. So I think the kind of sleeping disorders we go through, I hope it is not as bad as insomnia, because insomnia is a chronic disease and it really keeps you awake for months and years. I hope none of us really face that. But even if you do, then this has been proven to even help people with insomnia. So 4-7-8 breathing technique is where you take in, like you breathe in for 4 counts, you hold the breath for 7 counts, and then you release the breath, or you breathe out through your mouth by counting 8 in your mind. Now some of us question this, that in what posture am I supposed to do this breathing exercise? Am I supposed to sit up straight? Am I supposed to lie down, or what? So basically what I do, what is most effective to me, I can tell you, is that I just lie down. I lie down on my bed in exactly my sleeping position, and then I close my eyes and I practice this breathing technique. Point number 3 is, before I say point number 3, I would say that if you're watching this video on your mobile, then take this mobile to your parents, and if you're watching this on desktop as well, then call your parents, because the point which I'm going to say is they're going to be very happy to listen to this, that I'm saying this. My mom also keeps telling this to me, and I agree to it. I agree. That is, do not use any kind of gadgets before falling asleep, because the blue light which is emitted from the gadgets, it does not help you in falling asleep at all. And the kind of, you know, the color scheme and everything which is used for even the social media sites like Instagram and Facebook, that is why we are so attracted to it, because they are meant to grab our attention. They are meant to keep us hooked. So if you are constantly, you know, watching something in which you are just so attentive, or you're attracted to it, you won't be able to keep your gadgets down, and it will delay your process of falling asleep. So there are some apps actually which you can use if at all you need to, you know, somewhere fidget with your phones. That is, there's an app called Twilight. You can just go and you can go to the Play Store and look for it. It really helps in cutting the blue light off your screen. It makes your screen a bit reddish and dims down the backlight of your screen. So that is something which I really use, and it's very helpful. Or, which is kind of related to this, that is, if you at all need some kind of a distraction before you go off to sleep, then I would suggest that you can read, because the kind of eye movement that our eyes follow when we are reading, it is equal to the REM stage of deep sleep, that is the rapid eye movement stage, and it also makes your eyes tired, and it helps in inducing sleep faster. Not using your cell phone inside the bedroom. And if you have an alarm clock, then turn it away from your side, so that you don't have to look at the clock again and again. Because if you keep looking at the clock, you'll keep thinking that, okay, I have 5 hours 47 minutes to sleep, okay, I have 6 hours to sleep, in 6 hours I have to wake up. So by thinking all these things again and again, it will really make you stressed out and will not help you in sleeping at all. Both has a do and a don't, that is exercise. Now the do is that definitely you can do a bit of stretching exercises before you go off to sleep, because stretching helps in relaxing your muscles. It will help you in sleeping better. But and at the same time, you know, it, like exercising every day, it is very good, not only for your health, but it will also help in keeping a proper blood circulation throughout your body. It will help you feel a little tired, like enough tired. So let's focus on the word enough. The don't, which is related to this, is that do not exercise at least 2 hours before the time of your sleep, because that will keep you pumped up, and if you do high tempo exercises, and that will not help you in sleeping at all. The thing is, you can listen to some soothing music. So there are some apps you can find out online, or you can download some music. Like I love listening to the sound of rainfall while I'm going off to sleep. It's very soothing, it's very peaceful. Or you can listen to sounds of waves. You can listen to some flute music. Those are very relaxing, very peaceful, and will help you sleep better. Also, another thing is that you can use aromatic oils. I think the use of aromatic oils induces sleep. Lavender oil is known for helping us relax and falling asleep. But then, you know, don't use too much of it, because like either you can use these aromatic oils. There's sandalwood oil also, which is very good for sleep. So if you want to use it in a vaporizer, if you have one in your room, you can use it. Otherwise, you can also buy these small vials, like they come in vials as oils. So you can use it on the pulse points, like these are the pulse points, you know, where the nerve endings are there. So one is behind your ears as well. So if it is skin friendly, then you can use it on your pulse points. Otherwise, there's another way of using it, is that you can just sprinkle a bit on your pillow. But again, don't overdo it, because otherwise you'll feel like you're in a garden and you would feel like going on a stroll. If you want to really fall asleep peacefully and fall asleep fast, then you need to maintain a time. It does not mean that, you know, you absolutely have to maintain that by, 11 a.m. 5 minutes I have to go off to sleep. Like, it's not like that, but then at least try to maintain the same timings, because that will help in signaling the biological clock that okay, now it's time to sleep or now it's time to wake up. So that really helps. Also, there's another point is that maintaining the right sleeping environment inside your bedroom. So if you are sleeping and on the same bed, and you're studying on the same bed, you're eating on the same bed, you're watching movies on the same bed, then that will give your brain an unconscious signal that okay, you can stay awake, this is the place where you study, this is the place where you enjoy, so you won't feel like sleeping in that environment. So try to use your bed only for sleeping and not for other activities. Keep separate areas for those activities. Another thing is human body can sleep best between certain temperatures. One is like 22 to 26 degrees Celsius, but if you are keeping your air conditioners like below than 22 degrees Celsius, then you're going to feel cold and that will wake you up. And if you're keeping your temperature anywhere below like above 26 degrees Celsius, then you will feel hot, and that is also not going to help you in sleeping. It's okay to feel hot about yourself at other times, but definitely you don't want to feel hot and wake up when you're trying to fall asleep. And keep your bedroom dark enough. If at all you're using a night lamp, then use a shade of it and intensity of it, which is going to help you in falling asleep. And it's not too bright for the eyes. And it has to be the bed, keep it clean. Use proper pillow which you're comfortable in. Don't use too soft pillows, because that gives you a stiff neck at times. It doesn't make you too comfortable. It doesn't give you the right posture. So use a firm enough pillow so that you feel comfortable while you're sleeping. Also clean your bed, make your bed every day, because that really helps in preparing yourself for sleeping. So those were a few points which I know about, and let me know how it is helping you. And if you know of any other points which helps in sleeping better, please feel free to comment down below, or you can connect to me on my social media platforms. I am on Instagram as Queen of Happiness Rajrupa, and I also have a Facebook page of the same name, Queen of Happiness only. So you can connect to me over there. And don't forget to hit the likes button. See a button here with a picture of mine, so you can click on that and click on the subscribe button to subscribe to my channel, so that you can get, and also don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you can get the notifications every time I upload a new video. There's nothing to feel shy, ashamed or worried about it, because try to apply these things and try to research about it and do these things. First of all, you need to really have that determination that you can do it, and no one can stop you then. Okay, so till then, just take care of yourself, and I'll see you on Monday. Bye.